So you've been an integral part of the school since 2000 as one of our founding parents. You've also been an invaluable member of our school management committee. It is indeed an honor and privilege to have you back to our campus. Our beloved chairperson, Ms. Rosemary Sagar, ma'am, we appreciate your making that special effort each time of traveling all the way from New York to be with us on this special day. Your love, affection and care motivates us always. Respected members of the board, School Management Committee, Mr. Pramod Sharma, Dr. Jose, Lieutenant Colonel Ratanbir Singh, I'm absolutely delighted to reunite our institution with its three former principals. Sirs, you have laid the foundation blocks on which this institution stands today. We are delighted to have you here. Dr. David Weiger, a very warm welcome. Mrs. Indu Sharma, Mrs. Helen Jose, dear friends, colleagues, parents, and beloved students. We have all gathered here to celebrate the spirit of the man responsible for the establishment of this institution. Dr. Sagar was a man of great vision and foresight. His life was extraordinary. From a boy who lost his father when he was 8 and struggled to make ends meet, to becoming the highest tax-paying professional in the country is no mean achievement. I do not know how many of you know that Dr. Sagar did all kinds of old jobs, like a caddy boy, a photographer, a tourist guide, to earn and save enough money to travel to England to become a lawyer. I remember him telling me once that he knows the Indian High Commission in London inside out, as he had painted it over a couple of nights to earn the extra money while studying to become a barrister in Lincoln's Inn, UK. You will be surprised, he met his life partner, a beautiful German girl, and our chairperson's mother, while picking potatoes in the fields of northern England. They returned to India to get married, went to court to register their marriage, and then he treated her to an ice cream and returned to work the same afternoon riding his cycle. Now, I'm not sure how many of you gentlemen would still remain married if you did that. As educators, we must draw inspiration from our founder as a man of uncompromising integrity, high level of discipline, and commitment to work. Dear colleagues, these are hallmarks which will surge us to excel in whatever we do. I do know that each one of our staff members is well immersed in their respective areas of responsibility. However, we must lay greater emphasis on teamwork, collective and concerted efforts to bring out the best in our children. Dear parents, you must play a more vital and proactive role. Your inputs and suggestions enable us to personalize approaches to best meet your child's needs. Your presence, which is very precious to us at PTMs, events, career fairs, always motivate both our students and staff to move forward. Dear students, these are the most precious years of building strong foundations of your future successes. Do have fun, do play, but never at the cost of academic and knowledge gains. Take advantage of every possible opportunity provided here. Please remember that in our country, even today, a very small percentage of children have the privilege of such comfort and education. Regardless of the circumstances one is faced with, always remember the golden three H's, which I believe in: honesty, hard work, and humility. These will always hold you in good stead in future endeavors. Looking ahead, I would like to urge the senior management team led by Mrs. Balasarya to focus more on experiential learning by doing. It focuses on solving real problems related to acquisition of knowledge and skills through first-hand discovery and experiment. With the combined efforts of three stakeholders, which is our staff, our students, and our parents, I believe we can and we will move forward from being the best in Rajasthan to maybe in the next couple of years the top few in the country. And that indeed, ladies and gentlemen, is our dream now. Finally, I wish to narrate a very interesting story which I read recently. Once upon a time, a daughter complained to her father, "Life is miserable. I do not know how I'm going to make anything of it." She was tired, she was struggling, she was fighting all the time. It seemed as if one problem would get solved and another soon would follow. Her father, a chef, took her to the kitchen. He filled 3 pots with water, placed each on a high fire. Once the 3 pots started boiling, he placed potatoes in one, eggs in the second, and grounded coffee beans in the third. He let them boil without saying a word to his daughter. The daughter impatiently waited, wondering what he was doing. After 20 minutes, he turned off the burners. He took the potatoes out, placed them in a bowl. He placed the eggs in another, and then he ladled the coffee out and placed it in a cup. Turning to his daughter, he said, "What do you see?" "Potatoes, eggs, and coffee," she hastily replied. "Look closer, touch the potatoes." She did and noted that they were soft. He then asked her to take an egg and break it. After pulling off the shelf, she observed the hard-boiled egg. Finally, he asked her to sip the coffee. Its rich aroma brought a smile to her face. "Father, what does this mean?" she asked. He then explained the potatoes, the eggs, and the coffee beans had each faced the same adversity, the boiling water. However, each had reacted differently. The potato, which went in strong, hard, unrelenting, but in the boiling water became soft and weak. The egg, fragile, with a thin outer layer protecting its liquid interior until it was put in the boiling water. Then the inside of the egg became hard. However, the gold beans were unique. After they were exposed to the boiling water, they changed and created something totally new. "Which one are you?" he asked his daughter. "When adversity knocks on your door, how will you respond? Are you an egg, a potato, or a coffee bean?" Moral: in life, things happen around us, things happen to us, but the only one thing that truly matters is how you react to it, what you make of it. Life is all about learning, adopting, converting all these struggles which we experience into something positive. On that note, I extend my good wishes to all of you for the festive season ahead. Thank you very much indeed.